Hello everyone. Today we are going to read chapter 4 Democracy. In earlier times, kings and emperors ruled over the masses. They made laws and imposed taxes according to their own wishes. Thus, governance was in the hands of one person and the people had no say in it. The welfare of the people depended on the personal character and ability of the ruler. If the king was good and just, the people were happy and led a comfortable life. If the king was cruel, they suffered. Democracy. Many countries have democratic governments now. Democracy means government by the people. The people have the right to participate in the governing of the country. They do this by electing their representatives. All adult citizens of a country have the right to vote in a democracy. The role of the citizens is very important in a democracy. The citizens have to be aware of their rights as well as duties. They must have the capacity and sincerity to elect their representatives. They should be able to understand whether the government is taking the right steps regarding their welfare. For this reason, it is important to acquire knowledge about current events and policy making through newspapers, radio, and television, as well as public meetings. Democracy also means that all citizens are free to express their opinions. They can criticize and question the government if they feel that it is not discharging its duty properly. They can also oppose its policies without resorting to violence or breaking the law. The government, on the other hand, is expected to consider the views of the people and work for the welfare of the people. It is very important for citizens to perform their duties also. For example, voting is the right as well as the duty of a citizen in a democracy. She or he must vote rising above personal gains and choose the best candidate. Representative democracy. India follows the system of representative democracy. This means that people elect their representatives to run the government for them. A representative democracy works in a particular way. People form political parties according to their views and objectives. These parties choose their candidates. During the campaign before an election, the candidates announce the programs and policies that their party will undertake if voted to power. This is known as the party manifesto. People who do not wish to join any political party contest elections as independent candidates. The role of political parties is very important in a democratic system. The members of political parties keep the people informed about the important issues by holding public meetings. Thus, the political parties help people to know what they should expect and in turn shape public opinion. Elections. Every 5 years, elections are held in our country for both the central and state legislatures. They are held even earlier if the government falls. The parties put up candidates according to their ability, commitment to the party, and dedication to serve the people. Right to vote. We have universal adult franchise in our country. This gives everyone who is 18 years and above the right to vote. As responsible citizens, we should all exercise this right carefully. Unfortunately, many people do not cast their votes. Some are too lazy, others are indifferent and feel that their vote will not make any difference. Sometimes people do not know enough about the candidates and cannot decide who will be the right choice. It is very unfortunate that people are not aware that exercising their franchise is one of their prime duties as citizens. If they do not involve themselves in the electoral process, unsuitable people are likely to get elected. The voter also has the problem of having to choose between a large number of candidates. This is the time that a citizen's sense of commitment to the country's welfare acquires great importance. It is every voter's duty to find out all about each candidate's record of achievement in public life, personal honesty, and sense of service. The voter should also be well informed about the programs and objectives of various parties. Each vote is precious and should be cast carefully. Sometimes candidates mislead voters by using unfair methods to further their own interest. They appeal to caste, religious, or regional loyalties instead of projecting the real issues facing the country. Voters also get influenced and give these facts undue importance. But this is not democratic representation and harms the country by dividing the people. Other methods are also used to influence voters. For instance, they are offered conveyance to be taken to the polling booths. They are even given food or money. The use of such methods is unfair and against the law. Voters have to be politically aware and should not be influenced by these offers. Political parties also resort to dishonest means to make candidates switch from one party to another after the elections. It is the duty of every successful candidate to work for the welfare of the people of the constituency from where she or he has been elected. The candidates who defects shows that she or he is not sincere and is only working for his or her own interest and not of that for of the public. Defections lower the moral standard of our political life. For this reason, a law was passed by our parliament in 1985 banning defections. As citizens of a democratic country, it is our duty to guard and uphold the system of representative democracy. We must ensure that our elected representatives are honest, sincere, and dedicated people who do not get influenced by narrow considerations of caste, religion, or region. We should also take a keen interest in the political life of our country and educate ourselves and others about its functioning. Formation of the government. The party that wins the majority of seats in the legislature forms the government. Representative democracy means the rule of the majority. The government should represent the largest number of people. Many times, one single party does not get a clear majority. In that case, a group of parties combine to form the government. This is known as coalition government. Alternatively, the political party with the largest number of seats can form the government if it receives the support of other parties and independent candidates. Opposition. The parties that are in the minority form the opposition. The minority also has an important role to play in the government of the country. Both the majority and minority are meant to cooperate and work together for the welfare of the people. The majority cannot ignore the opinion of the minority and it is the duty of the minority to support measures and policies that will benefit the country. Features of democracy. There are certain conditions essential for the successful working of a democratic government. Awareness among citizens. In a democracy, the people must be aware of their rights as well as their duties. They should also keep themselves informed about the functioning of the government. Political awareness is an important condition of democracy. Enlightened and wise leadership. It is assumed that enlightened voters are led by wise and enlightened leadership. Sound public opinion. A democratic government is based on public opinion. If sound public opinion is formulated and properly expressed, the government cannot ignore or harm the rights of the people. What is public opinion? The opinion of the people on issue and matters of public concern and welfare is called public opinion. It may not be the opinion of all the people. It may generally be the opinion of the majority of people. At times, even a minority may express an opinion which may be in the interest of the entire community. Tolerance. A democratic government is carried on by the majority, but the minority must be allowed to have its say. An intolerant majority can destroy the democratic structure based on liberty and equality. It is essential that the majority has the freedom to rule and the minority has the freedom to express its opinion. Disciplined citizens. Citizens should have self control. They should have the ability to give up self interest for the welfare of society. Citizens should have the ability to accept the view of the majority even if they disagree. Discipline in political parties. If parties are well organized and disciplined, the elections will be smooth and the government will function efficiently. Political parties should work to promote national interest. They must not be organized on partial or communal considerations. They should not encourage communalism, casteism, or narrow regionalism. Social and economic equality. Society should be free from narrow considerations of caste, subcaste, regions, or languages. All sections of society should be equal partners in the development of the community. None should be denied the basic necessities of life. There should be equal economic opportunities. Formulation of public opinion. There are many agencies that help people in forming their opinion on any issue or problem. Newspapers and periodicals. Newspapers educate the people and spread political awareness among them. They are the most effective means of public opinion. Also, the opinions expressed by various individuals and organizations are published in the newspapers and makes the government aware of them. These views help the government in formulating policies on important issues. Radio, television, and cinema. Newspaper influence the opinion of only the literate public, but the radio is heard even by the illiterate in every nook and corner of the country. Television has now become so popular that people eagerly await the daily bulletins for the latest news. Spoken news has a more direct impact on the people. Even discussions and plays go a long way in forming public opinion. Many films carry social, economic, and even political messages. Films also highlight the problems faced by the general public. Religion. All religions teach us universal brotherhood. None advocate hatred or violence. Schools and colleges. The books that we read influence our minds to a large extent. Schools and colleges prepare enlightened citizens of the country. Political parties. The entire political process in a representative democracy revolves around public offices. At the time of elections, all political parties declare their policies and programs. Parties help people to think over national and local issues through meetings and manifestos. Voluntary associations. Every country has a large number of voluntary associations. These include cultural, religious, and economic associations. These associations, through street plays, processions and rallies, meetings, and protest marches, contribute in the formulation of public opinion. Resolving conflicts. You already know that India is a land of diversity. Differences in region, race, and religion sometimes divide people into groups. This disturbs the harmony of a country and gives rise to conflicts. Let us read about some conflicts in our society. River, water, and dams. Water conflicts in India have reached every level and divide every segment of our society. Political parties, states, regions, sub-regions within states, districts, caste, and individual farmers. In countries with a federal structure of power, conflicts over the distribution and usage of water during different times of the year are a constant source of tension. In India, the Kaveri River water dispute involves the states of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Kerala. The Krishna River water issue involves the states of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana. These issues have resulted in tensions between these states. The dispute over Ravi Byas waters is between Punjab and Haryana, with Rajasthan as an additional party. Water conflicts arise due to scarcity of water caused by faulty water management practices. Most of the major rivers in India flow through more than one state. Water disputes arise due to the use, distribution, or control of water with respect to many interstate rivers or river valleys, or the understanding of agreements relating to the use, distribution, of control of such a water source, the implementation of any such agreement, or in the levy of any water rate. Minorities. All the citizens in a democracy have the freedom to protect their culture. No one can be persecuted on basis of religion, race, caste, or language. All minority communities, whether religious, linguistic, or otherwise, have equal rights to reside in different parts of the country and to protect their individuality. Democracy can succeed only if people have faith in this system. If we have any disagreements, we should express them in a peaceful manner and try to understand the decisions of the government before protesting against them. Only then will our democracy be able to function at its best. So this was our chapter democracy. If you have any doubt or query, you can ask me in the comment section below. And if you want the links to other chapters, you can find them in the description box. Thank you everyone.